Alright everyone, as you can see, Techmamba has merged with GearTactics. So, all the reviews from Techmamba will be from here on in on this page. My name is Justin Lee, GearTactics.com. We are looking at ChatSim. ChatSim was actually quite had some huge news because they were saying that you could chat unlimited for one low price of 10 euros. Let's see what's inside and if it meets up to what it claims. Alright, head over to chatsim.com to set up your private area. I'm not sure why they call it private area, but here is the sim. It is an all-in-one, as you can see. Just gonna try and zoom in here. The outer part is a regular sim. It's got micro and a nano right in the middle. Come on, focus camera. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so it's got all three sizes of sims. Looks very nice. There we go. Much more than a sim, a chat sim. Actually, what in short it is really is a really low megabyte data plan for around the world. So, here's where you buy the sim, chatsim.com. It's 10 euros plus shipping, includes 1 year of service. As you can see, they now have two sims. There's ChatSim and ChatSim Plus. Now you would think ChatSim Plus would also include ChatSim. It doesn't. The countries don't line up entirely. It's kind of annoying, so if you travel to two different countries that are across two different sims, you'll have to buy two sims now. It would have been nice if it was one sim. They promised one sim, but as you can see, Canada is down here in ChatSim Plus. It is not in ChatSim, that's fine. But if you look, British Virgin Islands is in ChatSim. It is not in ChatSim Plus. Here's another example. If you're traveling to Hong Kong and China, well, you're pretty much screwed. You'll have to buy two sims. It's across two sims, ChatSim and ChatSim Plus. So what does this really do? The initial €10 charge, within 12 months of activation, you can exchange unlimited text messages and emoticons if the SIM is used in different zones. It cannot exceed 60% of that zone. What does that mean in plain English? In short, if you're gonna use this in one country, they're gonna enable the data cap, and the data cap is depending on different zones. So if you travel between each zone and keep using it in zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, you'll be fine. If not, here are the data caps. Zone 1, 50 megabytes. They claim 25,000 text messages. Zone 2, 25 megabytes. Zone 3, 15 megabytes. Zone 4, getting really low here, 12.5 megabytes. Zone 5 is only 10 megabytes. Zone 6, 7.5 megabytes. So, as you can see, it's not a lot of data for 10 euros. It's something you have to consider. Here are the different zones that you can see. I'm not going to read every single country here. My zone is zone 2. Canada is there, and so is the United Kingdom and the USA. So here I am logged into the site. This is where you activate your SIM. You're going to type in your SIM card number and, of course, the ChatSim telephone number. Area code 372, by the way, is Estonia. I'm not sure why they picked Estonia as the default telephone number. Maybe they have a lot of extra mobile numbers. So now, after you've put in the number and activated it, you must put in an APN. So the APN is different for every device. There's iOS there's Android, there's Windows Phone. You'll have to set it manually. You'll notice there's two different ones for ChatSim and ChatSim Plus. Now, here's the important part. You must deactivate all the traffic for non-messaging apps. This is because do things in the background. For example, WhatsApp. Even if the app isn't open, it's still communicating with the server. You're going to burn through the megabytes pretty fast if you leave it on. They also say you must disable the automatic photos and videos in messaging apps. Some apps have them, some apps don't. Google Hangout does not allow this. It automatically sends the picture For example, WhatsApp actually does have this option. So, as you can see, here is what an average 20 minutes does. We just left it on. You'll notice Twitter, we actually killed it. How much data it uses. Hangouts, you'll see, as I said, you must restrict the app background data. This is located in the settings and app option of in Android. There's a similar window in iOS. You'll see there's background data there. That's because I left the toggle on. Twitter, there's no way to block images. We loaded a thread of people we were following, and look what happened. It actually burnt 10 megabytes in one shot. Not good. So probably don't use Twitter. You can also see you have to turn off for Google Play Store, Google Services. All this stuff runs in the background without you knowing. You must go into the settings in the app and turn off background data, or else you'll end up burning up all your data. I highly recommend you add a new user. If you have an Android phone and you're running Lollipop 5.1, this would be easier because you can control your apps better. Don't forget to allow the phone calls and SMS, and of course enable the data settings in the primary profile. So when you add a user, you can just download the app separately from your primary non-traveling SIM card. If this is a your primary phone, you definitely want to add a user. So just going to add an access point here. I know chat's already there, but I'm just going to add it again to show you guys. Name, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it chat. Chat, not chai. And the APN is different if you have ChatSim or ChatSim Plus. I have a ChatSim Plus, so it's easy. It's chat. Now, username. This is actually the mobile number that's on the back of the SIM card. I'm not going to show you that because then you'll all call me. Well, actually, you can't call me, but you can text me like crazy. So, yeah. Enable data roaming there. Data roaming. And it appears to have sent me a text for some strange reason. Okay. SIM0. SIM0 is actually another product they sell. It's roaming SIM. I guess it was sent to me by accident. That's a little weird. So I'm just going to download WhatsApp here. As you can see, just going to set this up ahead of time. Oh, of course, you probably want to do this on Wi-Fi. Yeah, Wi-Fi. Don't burn all the data downloading apps on your ChatSim. Just going to skip ahead here and open this for the first time. As I said, this is an additional profile added to my phone because I don't want to mess with my existing profile. Let's agree here. Alright. Gonna switch this to, as I said, Estonia. It's kind of interesting. It abbreviates it. Okay, this one. There's the area code, 372. And I'm just going to put in the phone number. I don't want to show you guys. Yeah, let's blank this out. You like that logo I threw on the screen there? Alright, so now I should get a text from WhatsApp. Come on. Hey, look, there it is. So now WhatsApp is activated with this new number. You cannot use your existing WhatsApp number because that's your existing number, right? You can't use your primary. This is a travel SIM, right? So it's a different telephone number. Okay, it worked. So, Glenda, you know Glenda, guys. She's the host of Techmamba, who's now going to be hosting some episodes of GearTactics. I just added her as a contact on this separate profile here. Now, let's switch off the Wi-Fi. Whoops. Yeah, there. Now I'm totally on the ChatSim Plus data plan. The really low data plan, we'll call it. And it should work. I'm just going to head to the home screen here. I've got Glenda's phone there on the table there on the bottom. And I sent her a message before. I set up the contacts earlier. I don't think you guys are interested in seeing that. Let's write a little message on her phone and send it to mine. And, oh, look at that. Right there. Sweet. So we know WhatsApp works perfectly fine. Alright, as you see, I've switched phones on the bottom here. I'm still on data. I'm not turning on the Wi-Fi. That's my iPhone down there. Just gonna try Google Hangouts. I'm actually talking to myself here. This is pretty funny. So my iPhone there is my primary phone. Just gonna send myself a Hangout. Hangouts are a little slower, so just gonna jump ahead here. And there it is. It took 30 seconds, so that's Google's fault, not the ChatSim's fault. Oh, pretty cool. It's gonna send one back here. It's kind of silly that I'm talking to myself on 2 different phones, but hey, all for testing. Look at that. That was instant. That was actually pretty fast. That was faster than before. Just gonna send another one here. Oh, look at that, instant. Look at that right away. So I'm just gonna grab another phone here. Hey, I like talking to a lot of people at once. I'm just gonna do a WhatsApp to Glenda's phone here. And look at that, notification light is already on. Look at that, already got it. Sweet. Oh, works pretty well. So now the big question is, can I do other naughty things with this thing? That they're supposed to be able to block other things. Like, I'm gonna try surfing on this. I'm just gonna be bad just for the hell of it. It looks like naughty fail because it's not letting me surf. So that's good because it's supposed to block other things. You know, so you don't end up, I don't know, trying to watch a YouTube video and it eats up all your data. So that's good. If you actually top it up, it will unlock this. So you don't want to top it up. You only want to top up once your year expires. So here I'm going to try Viber. Estonia here. I'm just gonna block out my number again, guys, because I don't want to receive a million texts. Alright, so I never got the code. I'm actually blaming Viber for this because Viber has a tendency not to send the text, so maybe it doesn't send to Estonia. I've contacted the support, they actually got it working, so I'll just blame the roaming partner, TELUS. Just gonna try Skype here for you guys. I've already added the contacts just to make it easier, so you guys didn't see that part. You know, very original what I wrote, eh? And look at that, instant. Yeah, so I'm not going to try every single chat here, every single chatting app here, because you know, it supports Yahoo Messenger, it supports Facebook, supports QQ, supports a whole bunch of stuff. So take a look at this, guys. Hangout in the foreground sent 0.5 MB of data. That was actually only 40 messages sent back and forth, so 20 each. That ate up 0.5 MB. That's a lot. You can ignore the backgrounds because we intentionally did not restrict the background data. Just remember you have to do that. So as you can see, the claim of 25,000 text messages doesn't really work. And as I said, Twitter. There's no way to block images. We burned through 10 megabytes out of the zone 2 25 megabyte limit in a second. So you don't want to do Twitter with this thing actually, because it's going to burn up all your data. So as you see, Twitter used up 10 megs. I'm not sure how Chrome used 2 megs. It must have done something in the background. Skype, on the other hand, look at that, 1.45 megabytes. We only sent a few messages back and forth. So, is ChatSim worth it? Well, I guess it really depends on what you're going to use it for. If you're going to use it as your primary chat data plan, it doesn't have a lot of data. As you saw, we sent and received 40 messages on Google Hangouts, and they used half a megabyte. So 1 megabyte is roughly 80 messages of varying lengths. 80 messages, 1 megabyte, 25 megs. That's not a lot of messages. Zone 2 has a little more, that's 50. So if you're a person who travels a lot from zone to zone to zone, which is what this is designed for, it's perfect because they will not cap your data for one zone. If you stay in one zone, they're going to cap you. So you got to remember that. If you're going on a holiday with 2 groups of people, each person can have a phone, and you guys can chat a little bit back and forth. That's pretty good for 10 euros, plus shipping, of course. If you're a person who works for an airline, you're a pilot, you're a travel agent that travels all the time, you're a flight attendant, this is actually perfect for you because you'll be in different zones every single time. You can fire a quick message back to your loved ones and friends at home over WhatsApp or Hangout, and you'll never go over the limit. So, the limit is bad, but if you go through different zones, it's great. More video reviews up at GearTactics.com. We welcome all the Techmamba viewers, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's actually the same one as before, so no need to change if you've already subscribed.